Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay, and this video is going to be my very first ever monthly wrap-up video. So for this one, we're doing my January wrap-up, and I'm filming this on the 31st, so nothing like waiting till the last second, but it's fine. We got this. So I'm gonna start with Caraval. Now Caraval is one that I started last year, but I finished it this month, so I'm counting it because why not? I'm just counting it because I can. And Caraval, I've already given a whole video dedicated to that, but I loved Caraval. I gave it a 5 out of 5 personally. I loved it a lot. I thought it was really interesting and really magical and really captivating. I don't know, it's hard to explain unless you've read it. You know what I'm talking about. There's so many plot twists in that book that I never saw coming and that were quite shocking, to say the least, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. It took me a little bit to read because I started reading that one when I first got back into reading after not reading for like years. I finally decided to read again, and that was one of the first ones I read, and it took me a bit to get through. But if you want to see my opinions and my ratings on here, I will always have my Goodreads listed in the description box below. So if you want to see my Goodreads, see what I'm reading and all of that stuff, that'll always be there. So the next book that I finished was Shadow and Bone, which again I also started I think I started that one in December. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I started in December. Let me make sure. Yeah, December I started reading it. So this one took me about a month to get through, but at first I had it rated as a 4 out of 5. But as of now, when I'm finishing Siege and Storm, I literally only have a few hours left of the audiobook for this one, so I'm including it because I have a full opinion on it anyway. So I'm counting it as this month. But my original thoughts on Shadow and Bone was that it was a 4 out of 5. But I love it. I loved the story and the world building and just the world of Ravka is so interesting, and the little palace. Number one, Darkling. I don't want to say hater because I don't hate anybody, but number one, Darkling, anti-Darkling, forever and always. I will never be a fan of the Darkling. I will never like him with Elena. I will never like him at all in general, ever. He can go. I want him gone. I just want him gone. Nothing else to say on that. I do, however, love Mal. And I've started, because I finished the first book, I went ahead and started the TV show on Netflix. And I'm about 3 episodes in, I believe, so far. And I'm loving it. It's so good. The aesthetic of it and the looks of it matches pretty closely to what I had imagined in my mind. I haven't gotten to the little palace yet in the show, and that is going to be an interesting thing for me because I had such a specific idea in my mind of what I pictured the little palace to look like. So I'm very curious to see how that adds up and how it looks in the show. I'm very excited for that. And I could always do an entire review for the show. Let me know if that's something you would want, because I would love to talk about it in more depth. That would be really cool because I love it. I love it. I love it. So that book is now up to a 5 out of 5, as I was saying, because I hate to say this, I had to drop Siege and Storm to a 4 out of 5, and I will discuss more about that in a minute. But the other book I read was so sorry, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Now this one I've always heard mixed things about it because obviously we all know Disney has, they use the Headless Horseman for Halloween time, so I've always been curious to read the original story of it. And I listened to it on Audible, and I wasn't into it. It wasn't for me. I'm glad I listened to it, because now at least I can say I've read it, and I can check it off my list. But it wasn't my thing. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Like, I get it. I get the reason why people like it so much. I get it. If you like a darker story and just all of that kind of stuff, if you like that stuff, then you probably would love it. But it just was not for me, which is a bummer, because I thought I was going to like it, but not my thing. So now the final book, and this one technically isn't finished, but I have a full opinion on it, so it's fine. And I'll do a actual Siege and Storm review once I finish it. But for right now, I'm just going to go over my overall opinions. And I will say that it's a bummer that I don't love this book as much as I thought I would. I went into this so excited because I love Shadow and Bone so much that I was like, no way is this one going to be disappointing. No way am I going to not give this a 5 out of 5. But there's just something about this one, and I don't know what it is, but there's just something about it that I'm not connecting to, or something. I still love Mal and Alina in this, don't get me wrong, but I have mixed feelings towards Nikolai. When we actually meet Nikolai, and if you've read the book, you know exactly what I mean. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I know he's a very well-loved character, so I'm hoping as I keep going and finish this, I will end up liking him more. And I know he's coming into season 2, I believe, of the series on Netflix, so I'm excited to see that. I'm curious to see how they portray him in the show. But as far as I am right now, I'm just not a fan of him. And I will update in the comments if I end up, once I finish this, because I'll most likely finish this tonight or tomorrow. But once I do, if I have any other different opinions on the book as a whole, then I will put it in the comments so that you guys can see it. But other than that, those are the 4 books I read this month. I was hoping to get a couple more in, but unfortunately that just didn't happen. But that's okay. There's a whole rest of the year to read a lot more books, so it's fine. We're gonna get more in. But I will more than likely be filming my February TBR soon. I don't know how well TBRs are gonna go for me, because I feel like I'm becoming more of a mood reader than I used to be. So I don't know. We'll see how TBRs last, how long they last around here. I'm not sure. But I'll possibly be filming one of those soon. And if you've read any of the books on my list, then feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you thought of them. Did you love Siege and Storm? Did you like Shadow and Bone more? I'm curious. Have you read Sleepy Hollow? Did you like it? Let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Love you.